6. Experience, constraints, and prospects of development in Asian context. Introduction. Asia is the largest and most populous continent, with over 4.7 billion people, about 60% of the world's population. It has a highly diverse economy, from developed nations like Japan and South Korea to emerging giants like China and India. The continent's combined GDP exceeds $40 trillion, making it the largest regional economy in the world. Asia is rich in natural resources and is a global hub for manufacturing, trade, and services. It is a leader in technology and innovation, with major financial centers such as Tokyo, Shanghai, and Singapore. Historical overview of Asian countries. Agrarian dominance. Historically, most Asian economies were based on agriculture, with limited industrial activity before the 20th century. Colonial influence. Many Asian countries were under colonial rule, which focused on resource extraction and limited local industrial development. Slow industrial growth. Industrialization began late compared to Europe, with Japan being the first major Asian nation to modernize in the late 19th century. Trade hubs. Some regions, like the Middle East and Southeast Asia, were important in historical trade routes, Silk Road, spice trade, but primarily served as suppliers of raw materials. Low per capita income. For much of history, the continent had low income levels, limited infrastructure, and low literacy rates. Oil wealth emergence. In the mid-20th century, oil discoveries in the Middle East significantly boosted the economies of Gulf countries. Post-World War II recovery. After World War II, countries like Japan, South Korea, and later China began rapid industrial and economic growth, marking a shift from agriculture to manufacturing. Characteristics of Asian region. Economic diversity. Asia includes both advanced economies, Japan, South Korea, Singapore, and developing nations, Nepal, Bangladesh, Cambodia, creating a wide range of income levels. Major economic powers. China, India, and Japan are among the world's largest economies, contributing significantly to global trade and GDP. Rapid growth. Many Asian countries, especially in South and Southeast Asia, have seen strong economic growth due to industrialization, foreign investment, and expanding service sectors. Natural resources. The Middle East and parts of Central Asia are rich in oil, gas, and minerals, making them key global energy suppliers. Technology and manufacturing hubs. Countries like China, South Korea, Taiwan, and Japan are leaders in electronics, automobiles, and high-tech industries. Income gap. Despite growth, there is a significant wealth gap between rich and poor nations, and even within countries. Global trade role. Asia accounts for a major share of global exports and imports, with major shipping routes and trade partnerships worldwide. Classification of Asian nations. Region nations. Central Asia. Armenia, Azerbaijan, Georgia, Kazakhstan, Kyrgyz Republic, Tajikistan, Turkmenistan, Uzbekistan. East Asia. China, Hong Kong, Mongolia, Republic of Korea, Taiwan. South Asia. Afghanistan, Bangladesh, Bhutan, India, Maldives, Nepal, Pakistan, Sri Lanka. Southeast Asia. Brunei Darussalam, Cambodia, Indonesia, Lao People's Democratic Republic, Malaysia, Myanmar, Philippines, Singapore, Thailand, Vietnam. The Pacific. Cook Islands, Fiji, Kiribati, Marshall Islands, Micronesia, Nauru, Palau, Papua New Guinea, Samoa, Solomon Islands, Timor-Leste, Tonga, Tuvalu, Vanuatu. Other Asia, +3, Australia, Japan, New Zealand. Population. 2020-2025 regions. Total population. Thousands. Share of world population. 2020-2025 2020-2025 world. 614-500-71818-5614 Developing Asia. 335-1798428 817854.5 52.4 Developing Asia, +3, 350-2257 444-437757.0 54.3 Central Asia 71,474 95,429 1.2 1.2 East Asia 136-1487152 627 122.2 18.6 South Asia 1,386,626 195 377 922.6 23.9 Southeast Asia 523 786 698,888.5 8.5 The Pacific 842-613, 818 0.10 0.2. Other Asia, +3, 150,459 156, 199 2.4 1.9 GDP growth rate regions 20,000-07 2016 2016 to 2025 world 4.5 3.2 3.8 Developing Asia 7.7 5.9 5.7 Developing Asia, +3, 4.7 4.7 4.8 Central Asia 10.7 2.8 4.1 East Asia 8.4 6.0 5.4 South Asia 6.8 6.7 7.8 Southeast Asia 5.6 4.7 5.2 The Pacific 3.8 2.9 2.8 Other Asia, plus 3, 1.7 1.4 1.2 Share in world GDP, percent, regions 2017 2025 World Developing Asia 10.7 26.2 30.5 Developing Asia, plus 3, 26.4 34.3 37.7 Central Asia 0.1 0.4 0.4 East Asia 6.7 18.1 21.7 South Asia 1.9 4.2 4.6 Southeast Asia 1.9 3.5 3.7 The Pacific, Other Asia, plus 3, 15.8 8.1 7.2 Growth of trade, percent, regions 2000-07 2010 to 15 2019 to 2025 World 7.4 5.5 4.0 Developing Asia 13.5 7.6 5.0 Developing Asia, plus 3, 11.5 7.2 4.6 Central Asia 16.7 4.4 3.8 East Asia 16.3 8.5 3.8 South Asia 13.2 6.3 8.3 Southeast Asia 8.6 6.4 6.5 The Pacific minus 1.0 2.2 0.6 Other Asia, plus 3, 6.3 5.8 2.9 GDP per capita 2000 and 2025 regions 2020-25 World Developing Asia 5,791 15,428 Developing Asia, plus 3, 24,383 22,727 Central Asia 867 9233 East Asia 7,538 18,398 South Asia 492 3200 Southeast Asia 5,280 14,129 The Pacific 1391 4,309 Other Asia, plus 3, 36,965 53,552 Annual inflation rate, percent, regions 2000-07 2017 2019 to 25 World 4.1 3.0 3.3 Developing Asia 3.0 2.2 3.1 Developing Asia, plus 3, 1.6 1.9 2.8 Central Asia 9.6 8.5 4.8 East Asia 1.8 1.6 2.7 South Asia 5.1 3.9 4.9 Southeast Asia 4.9 2.8 2.7 The Pacific 5.8 4.2 2.7 Other Asia, plus 3, 0.1 0.8 1.6 Experience of development in Asian context. Historical background: many Asian countries started their development journey after gaining independence from colonial rule, facing challenges like poverty, illiteracy, and weak infrastructure. Industrialization and modernization: countries like Japan, South Korea, Singapore, and later China adopted industrial policies, technology transfer, and education reforms to modernize rapidly. Economic reforms: in the late 20th century, nations such as China, 1978 reforms, and India, 1991 reforms, opened their economies, leading to faster growth and integration into global markets. Export-led growth: nations like Japan, China, and South Korea adopted export-oriented industrialization, becoming major global suppliers of goods. Rapid economic growth in emerging nations: countries like China, India, Vietnam, and Malaysia experienced fast growth due to liberalization, foreign investment, and technology adoption. Oil and resource-based growth: Middle Eastern countries leveraged oil revenues for large-scale infrastructure and welfare programs. Human development improvements: literacy rates, life expectancy, and healthcare access have improved significantly, though disparities remain. Poverty reduction success: large populations in China, India, Vietnam, and other countries have moved out of extreme poverty, though income inequality persists. Regional cooperation: organizations like ASEAN and SAARC promote trade, investment, and development cooperation among member countries. Ongoing challenges: climate change, environmental degradation, political instability, and rural-urban inequality remain pressing issues in the development process. Challenges of Asian economy: diverse cultures and languages and frequent conflict, local competition rather than global infrastructure and logistics inadequacy, intellectual property misuse and cheating concerns. The weak regulatory environment, getting better value out of global value chains, making the most of urbanization's potential, solving Asia's demographic dilemmas. Asia's imperfect politics, increasing unemployment, conflicting international relationship, combating Asia's economic crime, opportunities of Asia in world economic development. Free trade agreements, growing consumer classes, technological advancements, vast market for varieties of production, increasing infrastructure facilities. Fintech and financial services, large amount of natural and human resources, diverse climate situation.